Coming live. What is this? Okay. This thing says I'm on Restream, and I just noticed this really pale green thing in the corner that says try new experience. And then when I hover over it with my mouse, it says, sorry, you can't switch modes while live. Well, I didn't notice it until I went live. So anyway, just coming live to do some more coloring. This is like a pre-owned book, Enchanted Forest, Johanna Basford. I always put like an H in her name, and I shouldn't. Oh well. Yeah, just gonna come live and color. This is the page I've been working on in here, and I'm just doing whatever comes to me. I'm just coloring to relax. That's all. Um, so yeah, no explanation really. That's just what I'm doing. So um, I'm gonna put on the music and color. Chat's working today. Yay, that's good. Just in case anybody wanted to. And let's see. What do we want to do here? Pencils all over the place. What else is new? I had a long, well, I don't know, a long day. I had a productive day, somewhat. Where do I want to start here? Where do I want to start? Let me get my pencils that I want out of here. I was looking at Lost Ocean. As you can tell, it's underneath this book, to see what I wanted to color in there. That's also a pre-owned book that I got at the same time that I got this one through thriftbooks.com. And there are no pages colored in that one at all. And so I just kind of been looking at it, thinking about, well, what do I want to color in here? What do I want to do with some of the pages? And kind of checking it out. Let's see what's that. Just going to get some of my pencils segregated here. I have some of them lumped together. These, can you see that? These, I got them lumped together, but not all of them. I would like to get these put away. Something I've kind of been working on with my pens and my, what do you call them? Gel pens. These guys. Nice. Why does the music sound like it was speeding up? That's weird. So let's see. Almost thinking of using my colors in Lost Ocean. I don't know. Also thinking of using the water colors that I've acquired this past year, or within this year, as well. So thinking about it. Let's see. Just kind of want to get all of my colored pencils out of this bunch here. Oops, we don't have a brush there. Yeah, I suppose most people would do all this setup beforehand, but I let the dog outside because he hadn't been outside in a while. My husband's out golfing, and Um, Usually he would do it like actually. Now we're kind of trying to take him out, like walk him, like, city folks walk their dog, because he really is not seeing well, and his one eye looks really bad. Um, I personally kind of want to take him to the vet to see. I just want to make sure he's not in pain, because if he's in pain, I want to do something for him. But because animals don't really, they don't really show pain, and that's one thing that makes me anxious about when pets get older, is like being able to tell when they're in pain. Is difficult. That happened with my cat, which was my first pet. He lived to like 16 years old, and I wanted him to live to 20, but that didn't happen. But it was my baby. But yeah, we didn't even know what was wrong with him, and I suspected there was something wrong when one time I was in the yard and he was coming to me. Which normally, like, if he's out in the yard, he's living his life, he's doing his thing and having fun. But like, he actually came walking up to me in the yard, and that's something that this particular cat would never do. And I thought, okay, something's up. He's coming to me and telling me. It was really strange, and by then it's like he really didn't have that much longer after that, unfortunately. Well, and then again, fortunately, because I think he was in pain and I didn't know, and that like really broke my heart. I don't. It's like this is just a hard time for me with the dog, because I've been through this with, what is it, like 7 animals now, of which one died prematurely, kind of. I think it was because she was a neighborhood cat and lived outdoors and didn't really have the best diet. So she probably ate some things that gave her what what eventually she succumbed to, with her funny little self. People used to call her Scrappy because she was one of those cats that would get up on her hind legs and start swatting at people, or mostly animals, not people. She liked people. But if any other animal got in her face, she'd get up on her hind legs and like whap, 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 whap. She was hilarious. Hi, Maritza. Yeah, so this is kind of it's really emotional for me, because I am an emotional person and I'm really empathetic, and it's just, I kind of have to protect myself from seeing too much and knowing too much. I'm leaving a lot of the care, like kind of directing my husband what to do and whatever, but I'm kind of leaving him to do most of it because I can't. It's too much for me emotionally, and especially this is not the greatest time of year for me either, because it was just my best friend's birthday just passed, and this is the second birthday, since he died. Also around the same time that another friend died. It's not a good time of year for me for any of that. I'm still grieving that, so kind of hard too to see like this nice weather, and when it's nice outside. This was usually when I'd be out in the yard with all the animals, not just mine, but like there was a dog down the road that used to come and visit. Um, there was my in-laws pets that are next door, their dogs, mostly not the cats, because cats are really territorial. And if they saw I was in the yard, it was like my in-laws would tell me that they would like be scratching on the door and everything. Let me out, let me out. It's like Auntie's outside, let us out. It's playtime, it's hangout time, and we're gonna get a treat too. So it was really fun actually to have all of them around. Each one had their own personality. They all got along. The dogs knew which cats to stay away from because some cats would like beat them up. Like the one that came walking to me when he was sick. It's like, yeah, he wasn't tolerating no dog action around him. Come on, me. Fan in here. What did I? Oh, I unplugged it. How much do I have closed in here? I just thought of that. I don't want to get any of those system stutters while I'm on. Oh, excuse me. Rip it up dinner. I actually made, like, it doesn't really make sense because it's so hot, but I made sure I made it really early. It was like a 2-day process really. And I wanted to get it in the oven last night, but I just couldn't. It's like, no, I can't stay up and wait. And then I gotta find room in the fridge for it. And then I don't know, I wasn't in the mood for that. But I made eggplant parmesan. And I didn't fry the eggplant because I wasn't into all that. And I find that really kind of unnecessary, to be honest. I don't think that really adds anything to it. It's good if you're gonna like have sandwiches, I think, make sandwiches of it. But to make the dish, eggplant parmesan, like to make a pan of it, I think the breading is kind of unnecessary, that whole thing. So I didn't do all that. I just sliced it thin and layered it like lasagna. And so I had it and had yesterday I sliced up the 2 eggplants and I put them on a cookie sheet and I layered them on the cookie sheet because I didn't have room to like do more than one cookie sheet in the fridge. I layered them between paper towels, put down one layer on paper towel, then put paper towel on that, then layer on the other. And I sprinkled them with salt, as I layered them to get rid of the moisture, excess moisture. And I had them in the fridge overnight. So, it is hot. Dang. I wonder if I need to turn this other fan on. It's really hot. One sec. Oops. Okay. I hope the music isn't too loud. I need the music to kind of, I don't know, keep me company and help me color. Yeah, it's like almost 80, if it's not 80 today. You know, I'm not that fond of hot weather. I would be happy if it stayed 60, no higher than like 72 all summer. And I know that's not what most people want from their summer. So, but that's me. And I've just been rambling. I've gone from subject to subject to subject. Oh, the other thing I did last night, preparing for my lasagna. I got my lasagna. The eggplant parm was a I need to do this again. I roasted garlic in like the toaster oven. Like the whole clove. And it was interesting because for some reason, I don't know why I did this. I think I couldn't remember how to do it because I hadn't done that in a long time. But I just took off like I cut off the bottom, you know, where like the root part is, and then I just peeled off the outer layer. What's that color? It's this one. Yeah, I think. Nope, it's not this one. Where's that one? It's that one. Is it? Yeah. And yeah, so I didn't take like the peels in between the cloves and stuff that was still there. And I put it in the toaster oven. It was in there for, I don't know, maybe an hour or something like that. When I took it out and I lifted up, you know, the top, because I think this was kind of a hard neck clove, hard neck garlic. And so when I held the hard neck part, it like pulled off the entire peel that was on the inner parts of each clove, separating each clove. That was pretty neat. So it wasn't messy to deal with at all. And it smelled so good. I just wish I would have liked to just take it and smear it on some crackers or a bagel or something and eat it like that. But I had it for making the sauce for the eggplant, because I just wanted to make a quickie sauce for the eggplant. And so I put the garlic in the fridge last night as well. So the garlic was in the fridge, the roasted garlic was in the fridge, and then the eggplant that was salted and all that was put in the fridge as well. So I took them out this morning, got my tomato paste, got a can of tomato puree, a can of tomato paste, and a can of crushed tomatoes. Had my ricotta cheese, which I got from this farm, this local farm. It's like they make their own. That was basically the whole reason I was making this eggplant, was because of this good ricotta cheese. And and I made my sauce just real quick. Didn't do a whole lot, just tomato paste, the crushed tomatoes, the tomato puree, put them in a pot with I chopped up the roasted garlic, chopped smashed really fine, and put that in there. I put in some lovage, which is an herb that I planted actually, and it just comes up every year in my yard. Um, I had some that was dried in a jar, so I put some of that in there. Basil, more basil than oregano. I love basil. Um, let's see. I think that was all I put in there. That was it. Kept it really simple. I figured the roasted garlic was going to be the king of that, you know. And that's one reason why I roasted it, because I knew the flavor would just do everything I needed, and it did. Let's see. To the ricotta cheese, I added 2 eggs, and kind of like you do with lasagna. Added two eggs, a little bit of nutmeg, um, and some hard Italian cheese. Did I add it? I may have added parsley to it. Yeah, I think I added parsley. Mix that up. Assembled it all, the eggplant, the sauce, and the ricotta cheese. I put some mozzarella in between some of the layers as well. Topped it off with some more hard Italian cheese and mozzarella. It turned out really good. And it's nice because getting rid of the water in the eggplant beforehand really makes a difference. It really does, so that the eggplant isn't soggy. And it was really nice because it cooks through, and then it kind of, after I took it out the oven, it had settled, and you can even see the line of demarcation on the roasting pan, for how much it settled, and which is good, because that means the eggplant is cooked through, and all the layers have melded, which is just what you want. So I had that and made spaghetti to go with it. And I haven't had that in a long time, haven't made that in a long time. It's one of my sister-in-law's favorite things that I cook, but I haven't made it in years. And I didn't make this one exactly how I usually, how I would if I was like making it for, dinner for folks or for family or whatever, but I'm probably gonna give her some of it anyway. So this isn't, I don't know if she'll notice a difference or not, but I didn't do all that. I usually go really deep with making my sauce and all that kind of stuff. Like I'll make a meat sauce, and it'll be cooking for days and all that other nonsense. I ain't had time for all that. And I wanted this to be more vegan anyway. We're vegetarian, not quite vegan. But I'm happy with it. And I'm hoping I don't have to cook for a few days. So I can concentrate on some other things I gotta do. Turns out now I have what is that? It almost looks like there's a leaf there, but there isn't. I don't know what that is. They're coloring that in. So had something come up that I wasn't sure if it was going to happen or not. So I just kind of like had waited to see, like, is anybody going to say anything about this? Or then you're going to be any follow up with it or whatever. Or something with work, just for like personal development kind of thing. and something I've always been wanting to do. And I looked last night, and there was an email about it where they replied about it, and I was like, oh. So now I'm going to be working on that this summer. So how that's going to affect my coloring time, I'm not sure. But again, this will help me like with achieving some balance. Because this thing is also something that I really, really always wanted to do. So it's really very positive thing to have. But it takes time and research and stuff. So it's going to be my priority this summer. But there are still a lot of things that with the coloring that like I said in my other live, that I want to do, experiment with. And oh yeah, and I got my speaking of that, I received the holder things, the holders, portfolio holders for my drawings, sketches. I received that today, or yesterday actually, last night. So that's something I have to, put them away, organize, and get them together. So that's pretty special. I'm excited about that. Trying to get all these little things that I do organized so that I can recognize what it is. They stay safe, they stay clean. When I need it, when I'm ready to work on something, I can just take it out, know exactly where it is. Yeah. That's my goal. I guess I figured with this repetitive music, it's easy to just like color in the rest of the sky. That wasn't what I intended to do, but it seems to be what I'm doing. I wish I had something good that was like a sweet treat or something to eat, but everything I think of is like, even when I was in the store yesterday, I was thinking, oh, you can get some chocolate chip cookies, like from the bakery. This basically they're kind of like the soft kind with the big chocolate chunks in them. And I was like, I don't even want that. It's like it sounds good, but it doesn't sound good eating. I don't know. That's strange for me because I love those cookies. But I don't know. There's something about it that's just not appealing to me. Even though I think it's one of those things I like to indulge in. I'm just not. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Other than braces and cleaning out of my teeth, that might be kind of what's on my mind. might be going a little kind of overboard with some of this outlining, but I don't necessarily intend for it to stay this way anyway. I feel like I'm going to be adding another color to here for the sky. I just wanted to start off with something kind of muted so then I could like um, get darker as I go or change the color a little bit as I go along. And I didn't want to go with just like, sky blue. I didn't want to do that at all. Just kind of wanted to see, where am I going with this? Where am I going with it, So I finish this tree. And this tree, I kind of wanted these things to be kind of shiny, but it just wasn't hitting my brain with how to do that, so that's not what happened. But it might happen in another stage, in the reboot. Let's see these colors. I don't know what to say about them. This says it's purple, but it looks more like it's blue. Mid-violet, whatever. But I'm gonna work with it. I don't know what I want to go over these with, since I couldn't really envision like how I wanted these to be exactly. But I didn't want to stay there wondering like what should I color them? What should I color them? I didn't want to, be there perseverating about it. And I almost feel like if you just color them in and like not even worry about trying to achieve any special thing with it, because I don't know. Because I'm probably going to go over them with something else in spots or wherever. I hear somebody shooting. Is this hunting season? Although that doesn't stop some people around here. But then I also live near some people that like I mean, they eat what they shoot. So my neighbors won't really fuss about them or call, DEC on them or nothing because that's how they eat. Yeah, in some ways I'm in country. They just might be sighting their gun though. I don't know. At least these leaves aren't green. I didn't want to fall into that trap. Trying to make things, you know, trying to make a fantasy page look realistic. Like, why? Why? What's up with this one? I can say I finished all those leaves. I will today. I always say that's something to accomplish. So the other page is kind of like the same thing. It's like it's a mirror of this page. I don't know if I'm going to make it the same or different. I haven't even gotten to that point yet. Trying to think of what to go back underneath here. Almost thinking of doing some kind of designs there. You know what? Do I feel brave? I think I do feel brave. I might make those designs right now. How about that? That came out of nowhere. I was almost thinking of something being silver back there or something. Yeah, my main thing with it was like I didn't want to do it in pencil because then when I color it, it won't match the line style of Johanna. So that was something that was bugging me about the thought of doing something in the background. Where is that? Just felt like I just wanted to do something to make me feel better about the background. Now I feel like it had, even though this is nothing, I feel like it's got something that kind of like um, fills it up a little bit more. And I don't feel like that's such an empty space now. It's weird how much better that makes me feel about. It's really strange. I feel so much better about it now that that's like not so blank blank. Do we want to mess this up now? How do you feel about that? I just feel like a lot of things with this coloring is to not be afraid. You shouldn't be afraid to do something in them. It's your book. Do what you want. You know. It's kind of fun too to try and match her lines. That's interesting. I didn't expect to do that. And I do feel like now this is filled up more. It's really weird how it is. Hmm. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Let's see where that line went. That one's there. I feel much better. So now I have like a some kind of, like depth with this. And then this has filled up some of those spaces. And yeah, I feel better about the page with that filled up. That's odd how satisfying that is to me now. Not that these are anything special, but the space is filled up. It's not this blank. So somehow in this page too, I feel like it needs I see like some kind of, like metallics, like things with paints and stuff, and I don't know if I've already, because I've done pencil and the pencils are waxy, I probably can't do that really. Unless I use an acrylic paint. Um but I do see some kind of, I don't know, I see shimmery things or something in this. And I don't know if I know how to do that. But and I also am thinking, I don't know if I know how to do that in a way where that won't where that shimmery won't come off eventually. You know what I mean? Where it's not going to stick over time. But then on the other hand, I feel like I'd just be happy just with bright colors and, you know, the gradient thing happening. It might be okay just with that. Maybe. So, I think that's it for today. I like that I did something unexpected. Didn't plan it at all. Um, so I hope you all have a good evening. Thanks for watching.